Hi guys, today we have arranged an session to explain something about some of the key certifications in cybersecurity. So let's start with CISA, which is Certified Information Systems Auditor. Now this certification program has been initiated by ISACA, which is one of the renowned cybersecurity and information system security and information system related organizations. So actually, this program is designed for making the professionals understand the audit requirement of an information systems. And with this course and with this certification, it will help you to gain expertise in implementation, development, testing, acquisition of the information system. Also, they will tell you some of the guidelines how to protect them from malicious acts, and also how enhance your understanding about how to audit the information systems and how to give a reasonable assurance to the management whether the systems which has been implemented by the organization itself are safe, can withstand, are resilient to the malicious act. The reason CISA has gained so much of importance nowadays is that because everything which used to be on a manual ground, just like financial accounting, account keeping books, and all healthcare things. Doctors used to fill manual forms and everything. The marketing guys used to do a manual sort of planning. The quality guys used to do some quality documentation. Now everything is in the information system. So most of the professions which used to be high in demand are being replicated into information systems. So the career growth has more become an IT oriented career growth. So most of the financial guys like the chartered accountants, ACCA, people in the marketing, in the IT are moving towards information systems auditor qualification. And the reason being because every government or every has a corporate governance rule. It is being validated or regulated by the governments now. So they have an internal audit department, or they need to have an internal audit department. Now the traditional way of auditing the books, the ledgers and all these things have waived off, and now everything is in the information system. So if we guys and if we don't understand what is the information system, so it becomes very difficult to audit these systems. So that's why CISA is very helpful to all the people who are looking to progress their career as auditors, whether in the internal audit department, whether in the third party certification boards like Bureau Veritas or whoever it may be, or the big fours. So they need to have a CISA or qualification or a certification which will help them in their career. But let's see something else about ISACA. Was founded in 1969, and CISA is being started from 1978, and it has become a global language which reflect your competency in IS audit, control assurance, and security professionals. And SACA not only gives CISA, they give CISM, which is Information Security Manager, and certified in risk information security controls, and certified in governance of enterprise IT. So these are all the things which ISACA provides, but CISA is one of them, and CISA is the CISA exam basically concentrate about five different domains, and which are as follows: the information system auditing process, which explain what is about information system, how to audit them, governance and management of infrastructure of IT or IT architecture or IT function. If we are going to acquire something or develop some softwares, what is the golden rule? How it is managed? It is being listed in information system acquisition, development, and implementation. And then we talk about business resilience, which is mostly like a business continuity planning or management following a disaster. And then how to protect our information assets. As you know, assets are not only like cash or receivables, assets can also be information related. The reason being it is all all the things or all the system or all the business information is flowing through the information system. So these are called information assets, and the percentage accordingly has been listed here. Now about the exam, the official CISA exam will have 150 questions, okay, multiple choice, and there is a 4-hour time period to complete that exam, and the passing score is about 450 in the range of 200 to 800. So if you score 450 and above, so you are considered to be passing the CISA exam. Now once you pass the CISA exam, you have to, if you want to use the CISA designation, that you are certified information security auditor, now you need to certify and submit an application to ISACA, and you have to confirm that you adhere by their code of professional ethics, professional education program, which is the CPI program, and you will comply with the information system auditing standards published by ISACA. Okay, so once you apply for this CISA certification, now there is a confusion and there is a myth, like you can pass CISA exam and you can start using the CISA designation. That's not true. After passing the exam, ISACA gives you 5 years to comply with their certification requirement, and before that, like, you can wait for 5 years, and if you don't apply for CISA certification within that 5 years, you have to reapply for the exam. And once you apply for CISA certification within the banned period of 5 years, then they will start charging you the maintenance fees. So it is up to us when we want to submit that CISA certification application, but it is better to do it before the end of 5 years. Otherwise, the CISA examination has to be retaken. Now, for the CISA certification, there is a minimum of 5 years of professional information system auditing, control, or security work experience required. Okay. Now, you need to understand one thing, like, you can get waiver off for your bachelor's degree for 2 years, and then you have 3 years to prove that you have worked in any of the 5 domains. And mostly every financial person or every IT person or every marketing person, since he's using an information system in his office and an organization, cannot deny that he doesn't have that information or that certification or that competency or that skill within this 5 years. And if you don't have, you can apply and you can get these small certifications which can prove, and you can submit your application for CISA and you will get the CISA designation. So it's not a very big deal also, because nowadays everything is information technology, everything is information system now. So it has become much easier from the days where we used to work, where there was everything was manual. Now we have everything smart. Now, why CISA? Because it validates and give you a leverage to enhance your career. And there are more than 151,000 as per the latest thing from ISACA. And the average salaries, you can see they are getting a good salary of 110K in US market. And it is like a potential pay boost up for 22%. And by the way, this CISA accreditation is under the ISO 17024, which is ISO standard for competency of professionals or for people. So this is the way. You first have to pass the exam, complete an application. You have to say which areas you have worked. You have to get a reference from your boss or from somebody who knows that you have been working in this one. It is reviewed. Sometimes they need additional information, or sometimes it becomes pretty straightforward and you receive approval. Now, after you get the CISA designation, so they will ask you to maintain some or submit some continuous professional education, because this is their policy. Because if you have passed in 2000 and you are carrying on the CISA designation, they want you to be updated with the technological know-hows. So that's why they ask you whether you are continuing your upgrading your education or not. And we here in Delphi can help you with that one also, and we can give you more insight on that. And also about the maintenance fees, if you are a member, they will charge you $45, and if you are a non-member, they will charge you $85. Okay, and within every year you have to commit, earn and report minimum of 20 continuous professional education, which can be giving back to your profession, which can be learning something about cybersecurity or delivering some courses on cybersecurity. So we can explain you and help you with that. And The payment is actually due annually by 1st of January. Okay, and then if you hold more than 2 ISACA certification, the cost of renewal will slash from the third year, which will become $25 for ISACA members and $50 for non-members. So this is something about the CISA exam.